F1 career with Renault. We are the second driver, teammate Daniel Ricciardo, who is completely missing. He's down in P15 on 9 points so far. Got Valtteri Bottas in the lead here, so pretty much mid-table. There's a bit of a scrap going on in the early stages. However, we have a race at China to do. Obviously, you can probably see, you can tell, we tried to do this race last night and failed. We will delete that previous version and go for the version that we need. So we're just loading here into the game, and then we'll pass you over to Crofty and Anthony Davidson for the analysis of this race. Here we go, guys.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles an hour, with DRS assisting the cars down the back straight before they brake into the sharp hairpin at turn 14. Joining me once again to take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony Davidson, and I'm very much looking forward to it getting underway. You raced here, of course, didn't you, back in your Super Aguri days in that infamous Chinese Grand Prix of 2007?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't last that long, though, unfortunately. Qualifying had gone pretty well, but my brakes failed quite early in the race, around lap 10 or 11, something like that. And of course, back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat? It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though. You know, there's that long back straight down into turn 14, and then you've got turn 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Albon, Perez, Gallagher, Magnussen and Daniel Ricciardo, Grosjean, Sainz, Daniel Kvyat and Raikkonen, Gasly, Norris, Lance Stroll and Robert Kubica, Giovinazzi and George Russell ends our grid lineup. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
We managed to qualify better than we expected yesterday, so let's do the same again today.
Sorry guys, I just had to turn my phone on silent there, but as you can tell, fun little stats there from Anthony Davidson about the 2007 brake failure from him. So 5 lights, here we go, rich mix for the first few corners, and then once we get our position there, Jesus Christ, Sergio Perez. Oh, there's our teammate now. We'll try that again. You guys didn't see. So Sergio Perez just goes blasting into the side of Albon there. Ooh, that's very close. Got a... I think that was Magnussen or Grosjean. Try to go round our outside there. Just going to have to slot in behind Perez for now. But we will try and chase him coming up into the next couple of turns. Try and brake later than he does. I think we might just get him on the corner maybe. Leave him the space. Oh, maybe we did cut the corner a bit there. Try going down the inside of him on the next turn. Leave him a load of space. No, unfortunately not. We can't get through that time. Whoa, who's that? That's my teammate Daniel Ricciardo. So I don't know if we've... I think we've gained a few positions there. We started in about 8th or 11th. I think we started in 11th. So we've come up a couple of places here. We're just trying to catch up with Sergio Perez in front. I think we might start a little rivalry with him. That is Ricciardo behind me. I'm just going to push him out. He's got the inside line going into the hairpin though. He's got more than enough space to try and make an overtake. He hasn't made an overtake. And now he's slipping off the pace on me now. Hamilton says the fastest lap with a 1:38.3. Saying we're going to be on the hard tyres. Next up. Chasing Sergio Perez into turn 1 and into turn 2 here. I think
so we meet again, Elephant.
The next couple of laps we will be pushing an overtake on Sergio Perez as we go into these corners, braking hard, trying to get round, sticking with that racing line. So far so good for the first 2 laps of this Chinese Grand Prix. Let's change the view. I need to change the view. I always go into offset television pod for races. I only go in television pod, the normal one, for qualifying, so I can see the racing line better. Right now it doesn't matter. Settings. So all that you see here is what I've tried to replicate as an official F1 onboard camera. You can see we're really catching up now to that front pack there. Sergio Perez chasing Albon and Verstappen as well. It looks like behind us Kevin Magnussen has made a move on our teammate Daniel Ricciardo there. I was about to say Daniel Kvyat. DRS fairly useful to us.
Want to play after your race?
No, I'm not going to be playing tonight. Yeah, I'm not going to be playing tonight, unfortunately. Here we go now. Really not catching up to Sergio Perez as fast as I would like to. Oh, shit. Around this corner. Round the next corner. Oh. It'll do Sergio Perez now. I'm ready for a fight. Remember back in Bahrain, last race, we had a huge fight with Sergio Perez. And it was a very fun battle, and I'm willing to have that again with him, so...
Box. We're coming in this lap.
No, not today, Jeff. Again, Sector 1, Turn 1 and 2. It's just where we seem to pick up time on Sergio Perez, but we just don't seem to be catching him quick enough. What can we do right now to change that? Telling you, I have a lot of understeer around this circuit.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
I'll box if everyone else does. The people in front of me do. Looks like we might have to defend from Kevin Magnussen. He's gone flying down the outside with the DRS. No one in the pit so far. No one on the pit behind.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.9 seconds.
2.9
Let's go,
seconds.
Jesus.
Separating me and Sergio Perez, as there goes Kevin Magnussen trying to go down my inside there. Ooh. Now I'm under pressure from the Haas drivers. I think both of them are behind me actually. Yeah, where did Ricardo go? Ricardo's dropped behind Grosjean. It looks like
It's looking really good. You're managing it well.
I
No
don't know.
how's it, Scott and Jesus, you rude person.
I don't know why Jeff got on the radio just to tell me I'm managing my fuel well. I know how I'm managing my fuel. So I think we're going to have another attack from Magnussen. Grosjean is a bit further behind, but I think we'll be alright going into the hairpin. I don't think he is going to try and sneak down my inside at all. No, he's not. But, however, we see some of the front runners, and there goes Perez into the pit. So we are also going to head into the pit now. Braking zone. Really braking hard now.
Daniel's in the pits.
Daniel's in the pit behind us. We just need to get out in front of all these. It's a really good stop. It's a great stop. And they're holding us in the pit.
As you leave the pits. Release, release.
We got held there by the Sauber. Now we have Grosjean behind us.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
P14 here. These are completely fresh and new tyres. So we should be able to fight now. Perez still in front of us.
Nice strategy holding up the teammate.
Didn't know Daniel was coming in. That was the pit strategy that they wanted to do, so I just went with what the team were asking for. Ricardo will come up the grid order anyway, because we've got all the Alfa Romeos and the McLarens to pit yet. I'm just going to stay in rich until we pass the pit lane though. And then I think we're going to have an absolutely monumental
Also,
battle.
why no mediums?
Because I wanted to be on the hards. That was my strategy. My well thought out strategy was to go on the hard tyres. It just seemed to look like the faster tyre. So I think we might have a bit of a battle on our hands with the Haas. Coming out of the pits.
Front is 11.6 seconds.
Yep, we're now behind Kevin Magnussen in P9. He's in P8. But we are in a position where we can start attacking him. I think he's on the slower tyre.
The gap to the car behind is 1.9 seconds.
1.9 seconds. I'm in a bit of a Haas sandwich here. I've got Magnussen in front of me, Grosjean behind me. Daniel should be alright though. I've helped him out actually. Coming into the pit. A few people have got away with murder. I guess for holding him up in the pit, I did get karma because I got held in the pit as well. So I was expecting for me to come into the pit and then get out on the hards, but obviously get out straight away. I wasn't expecting to be held up in the pit. So... Ooh, braking very hard there. Is my mic on right now? Did I remember to turn my mic on? Yeah, I did. Oh, I'm going delusional, me. I've lost some time to Grosjean, Magnussen there as well. Someone's hit the bollard there. I think really we're just fighting for P8 now for the rest of this race.
We're leading our teammate by 12.0 seconds.
Useful information. Shut up, Jeff.
Repeat that, there's interference.
Shut up, Jeff.
Got that confirmed?
I don't know if it's good, but maybe take that thing in front the straight more left of racing line.
Oh. Stray more left of the racing line. Hell
If
no.
not, use the replay or what it's called.
The flashback.
Works for me.
Nah, I was losing time to, I like a wider line, though. I'm a sucker for a wider line round the corner. Look at that. The way we're catching up to Magnussen now. Bombing it towards him, aren't we? Flip me. Braking early. Making sure we can get round this corner. Stick to the racing line. There we go. We've gained some time on him there.
Oh no, not left, meant right.
Oh, right. Well, I can't stick to the right of the racing line here, otherwise I'll be off the track.
But your choice.
Hopefully I can get a clinch on P8 up there.
Other straight like the very long one.
You mean the back straight?
But I leave now, goodbye sir.
See you later. Look at the time we've gained on Romain Grosjean. Sorry, Kevin Magnussen. There's a Haas in front of me and a Haas behind me, so it doesn't matter which one I say. Straight to the right of the racing line. No, you just lose mega time. Now I'm stuck in P9 for the rest of this race, to be honest. Unless we can make an attack in 5 laps.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message.
Might wanna... Driver in front. Oh no, you've got to literally press the command button, don't you? It's not completely voice activated. I wish it was. Make life so much easier than having to go like that. Do-do-do-do, banana car. Flip me, the frickin' understeer.
I meant the ride in front of the straight.
Okay, so information on Raikkonen. They seem to have an issue.
That's no use to me, Jeff, and I'm pretty sure I told you to shut up.
Magnussen ahead. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:38.6. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
Sainz attacking Grosjean there, saw in the top left corner. Flippingundersteer.com. I wanna be gaining. I think we're gaining though. He should hopefully get held up by Perez. Yeah, he's going to get held up by Perez soon. Unless he presses for an overtake. Really boring race today, not been much going on. By this rate, maybe all 20 drivers are going to cross the line. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Be the first race I've ever had where all drivers have crossed the line. I've got to be a second on him there, come on! How are they finna be faster on the straights? I don't think you're ready for this chili. My body's so bootylicious, baby. That was a smooth operator. It was a smooth operation. I'm moving up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster. Ooh. Sergio Perez, for the second time in 2 races, he's out. His engines blew up. That's the second time in 2 races he's had mechanical failure. Meanwhile, the battle between Haas and Renault, I think, is about to open up. Indeed it is. Yep, the battle between Haas and Renault is now open for business here. First time in a couple of laps we've had DRS on Kevin Magnussen. Look at how fast we're catching him on the straight. Can we make a dive down the inside of P7? We're going to give it a go. He's locked up. I've gone too far. We've kind of hit each other a bit. Carbon fibre parts flying all over the place here. But we are going to get P7 not the cleanest way. But as we go on to the last lap now, I think it's all beginning to come alive. I'm going to have to go down because I am not really doing well on fuel here. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is Kevin Magnussen trying to get a bit cozy there. Oh, 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 oh. I'm trying to look behind me to see where he is, and I keep almost hitting him. Give him some space, and now I'm going to get back on the racing line. I really do not want to be behind going onto that straight. He's really starting to attack now. Things have really started to come alive on the last lap of this race. I do not want to lose P7 here. I need to hang on to P7 with every clutch I have. I've gone wide. The understeer is absolutely ridiculous. Can we get away from Kevin Magnussen? Can we escape him? We've had a DRS failure. That is not good on the last lap, because if he overtakes us and we are able to just clinch DRS, I think it's all over for us here. On the straight, I'm going to take a bit of a shorter line to try and get round here. Get round onto the straight as fast as I can, and then race down the straight. Lewis Hamilton is the winner of the Chinese Grand Prix. He'll be followed by Charles Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, Max Verstappen and Alexander Albon here. We've survived the straight going round the corner. We've gone wide. One last chance for Kevin Magnussen to attack. It's all over now. It is completely all over. The battle between Haas and Renault has ended, and it is going to be P7 for us in today's race. Absolutely amazing scenes here in Shanghai. Going to pass you over to Anthony, fuck's sake, Crofty and Anthony Davidson for the review.
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Well, you've seen it right here, guys. I'm going to go through the grid order here today. So it's a Silver Arrows 1-2 here today. At the Chinese Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas come in P1 and P2 respectively. Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc give the prancing horses 3 and 4. Max Verstappen and Alexander Albon are another 5-6 here. Teams coming after each other. And then looking down the grid, we've got me in P7, Kevin Magnussen in P8 after a monstrous battle going into the final few laps. Carlos Sainz comes ahead of Roman Grosjean. He's in P9. Roman Grosjean in P10. Daniel Kvyat in P11. Lando Norris in P12 for McLaren. Lance Stroll in 13th after his DNF. Racing Point had a double DNF in the previous race. Kimi Raikkonen, despite having engine issues, managed to get that Alfa Romeo into P14. Antonio Giovinazzi, his teammate, comes after him in 15th. Robert Kubica comes in 16th. And Pierre Gasly in 17th. George Russell in 18th. My teammate Daniel Ricciardo in 19th. And Sergio Perez with his second DNF running in 20th. All right, so now let's have a look at the standings. Valtteri Bottas stays on the top spot with 61 points, only 6 points behind Lewis Hamilton, who is on 55 points, followed by Verstappen in P3, Charles Leclerc in P4, Sebastian Vettel P5, Alexander Albon P6, me in P7 in the Renault, followed by Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris in P8 and P9. Kevin Magnussen in P10, followed by Kimi Raikkonen, the Alfa Romeo, holding 6 points this season. Roman Grosjean only has 1 point so far, but we are only in race 1. Toro Rosso have got Pierre Gasly on the scoreboard, and in P13, I think that is, yep. Followed by Lance Stroll in P14, Daniil Kvyat in P15, our teammate Daniel Ricciardo in P16, Antonio Giovinazzi P17, Sergio Perez P18, George Russell P19, and Robert Kubica in P20. So Williams staying up to current form then. If I had to say someone here who has surprised me, it has to be Kimi Raikkonen. I mean, look at the split between the two Alfa Romeos. P17 to P11, you know. He's scored 6 points so far as well. So that is really good for him. So let's have a look at the constructor standings as far as that stands. It stands exactly how I thought. It is Mercedes on top, followed by Ferrari and Red Bull. So pretty much the three top teams battling it out there. McLaren are ahead of us, so they seem like our biggest rivals. We are only 1 point behind them on race 3. We have the Haas lads behind us. They're another team that we need to watch out for. They'll be challenging us. Alfa Romeo, surprisingly above Toro Rosso in P7. P8, obviously, just mentioned Toro Rosso. And Williams, seem to be going back and forth with their Racing Point here in P9 and P10. They seem to... Racing Point seems to be having a terrible season so far. A double DNF in Bahrain, 1 DNF in Australia. Sergio Perez, I don't think he has so far complete, or did he? If you look at the standings. No, Sergio Perez has not won any points. He DNF'd in Australia, then they had a double DNF for both Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez. And today they've had a DNF for Sergio Perez. So it looks like Sergio Perez's car just can't seem to get anything right. Just can't seem to work. Let's have a look then at the race directory, see if anything happened. Incidents here. We have warnings here. Alexander Albon for a collision with Perez. Perez for a collision with Albon. Me with a collision with Magnussen. This is on lap 1, apparently. Collision with Magnussen. I didn't feel a hit, I'm going to be honest. Williams had Robert Kubica hitting Stroll. Stroll hit Robert Kubica, so yeah, pretty much you get the picture. If you hit one another, you get warnings. And Kimi Raikkonen was the only one that got a warning for hitting Daniel Ricciardo. And Sergio Perez, obviously, lap 13. Whoa, God, with 2 laps to go, DNFing again. He did it on the last lap as well, in Bahrain. he's just not having the best of days. So actually, when you look at it, a couple of drivers, the top drivers you can see there on hard tyres. So I've pretty much gone with a good strategy today, and then everyone else, the only two people that followed us were George Russell and our teammate. So pretty much done well there to keep them out. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed round 3 of our F1 Christmas challenge, where we try and basically, well, I think you get the picture, do an F1 season coming up to Christmas. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. I forgot, we might have an interview with Claire, so it's not goodbye just yet. We might have an interview with Claire. I do all my interviews as if I'm doing the interviews as well, so what is said, I will kind of say in my own terms, but then click the answer. So we'll see if... no, Claire apparently doesn't want me. One thing I am actually going to do as well is go to the...
Winning rivalries is a great way to earn respect from your team and around the paddock, which will help make it easier to negotiate favourable contracts. Your first rival is always your teammate, but you can choose who to declare as your second. The harder the rival from the eligible selection, the more respect you stand to gain or lose depending on the result. Here you can see a list of eligible drivers to declare as your rival. The more challenging they are to beat, the more the paddock will respect you for succeeding. Just be aware, you'll lose the same amount of respect if you come off second best, so it may be wise not to be overly ambitious.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to pick Lewis Hamilton this early into the season. Driver number 57. Rivals, contracts. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. We have 2 messages here. One from Carl. Owen, first of all, you met your race targets. Good work on that front. There were a couple of slip-ups on the pit wall that cost us, but we managed to get through it. I will make sure we revise our procedures before the next race. So that was because we bought both cars in at the same time. So I think what they're going to do now, hopefully, is put me before Ricardo. That's what they should do anyway, hopefully. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been OG Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.